Hello everyone, greetings from India. This is Nirbhay Chauhan from Eklavya self-learning tutorials. Well guys, today we will learn the concept of links inside FreeCAD, like how you can basically create efficient and or I should say memory efficient clones inside FreeCAD. So these are different from clones, different from arrays or copies, right? So unlike in clones, basically just like in clones you can create the copies of your object, and it basically retains the parametric functionalities as well. Or in arrays you can copy your existing geometry to multiple instances. Here inside links you can basically link an existing part and reuse it inside FreeCAD. So what FreeCAD basically says here is, so this is a part object, you can refer it inside BIM, or you can refer it inside the part workbench. So it's there now with the FreeCAD 1.0 version onwards. So what it does it say for creating part? A part is a general purpose container to keep together a group of objects so that they act as a unit in 3D view. It is meant to arrange objects that have a part topo shape like part primitives, right? And then we have the concept of links basically. So a link is an object that references or links to another object in the same document or another document also. Unlike clones, as they are saying, links reference the original shape directly, right? So these are more memory efficient. So now you can see this was my original part at the ground floor with curtain wall and wall. This is just a conceptual model, and then these are my copies, or I should say the links. So here what I can do, so this is a concept of rotating floors, right? So as you're waking up in the morning, you wake up in the east with the sun in the winters, and you want that sun to rotate with you as the day is passing from east, south to west. So you can basically rotate your floors, right? So that kind of concept it is. So you can basically make it 60 degree, right? So now you can see your floor is rotated, or you can make it 90, right? For the second floor, let's make it 45. So this is how basically this functions, right? And any change basically which you make in your original part would reflect in your subsequent links as well. So these rotations were independent, right? But let's say we are making some change in the curtain wall, for instance, right? So vertical sections are 1, let's make it 3. So you can see you got those divisions as well here. So this is just an example, right? So we'll now quickly jump into how to basically make it work out. So I'll open an the ground floor model of this container object, right, with a conceptual wall and then a simple curtain wall basically. So I'll just delete this part as well just to show you from the starting. So you have a container wall, and then you have a wall and the slab kind of combined object, right? So what we will do, first of all, we will click on this create part object, right? So you can see all these things are created. Not to just worry about and go into this detail, simply just select your objects holding control key and then simply move them by dragging them into the part object. So now all your objects are basically part, or the members or childs of your part object now, right? If in case you want to name it, rename it, you can basically do that, right? So it's up to you. So let me just say it original floor, right? So now basically we want to create links of this. So I'll simply click on this original floor, the part object which you just created, and then you will simply hit make link option, right? So now we have this link created. It is lying at the same position for now. Let me switch to orthographic view, right? So it is just overlapping with it. You can see these green fields which are inherited from its parent, right? Couple of things are here in terms of placement, in terms of rotations, which basically we can move. and you have a concept of element count as well, which is interesting. So if in case you want multiple floors, we can increase the element count. So let's say I want to make the element count as 2, right? Then you can see you have these 2 links inside it, right? What we will do now is we will simply move them. So let me basically switch to the front view, right? And very carefully I'll be moving these links to the subsequent floors or to the levels above. I'll click on this link and then I click on this move option. Just be very careful that these objects might be not at a very right position. So just to make it easy for you, I'll just move it to some random location, and then from here I can easily position it from here to this end-to-end point. Or let's say one more thing, there is one more link lying inside it. Let us also just move it apart. Okay, let us place some of it here, right? Now we'll move this link I0. Make sure snapping endpoint is on. We'll click on this option and place at this endpoint. Our link I0 is placed in the first floor. Now for this one, we'll click on this object, click on this move endpoint to endpoint, right? And now you can see all of your floors are placed. Now, as I was showing you earlier, you can change their translation. This is also a translation change only, that I have moved their positions. So let's say floor 1, I'll go to placement in the properties. I'll change the angle to, let's say, 35 degrees, right? And the first floor, let me make it as 75 degrees, right? So that's how basically I have rotated my floors. So this is something really nice, and you can just do it on your own. Let me make it to no shading, right? Another thing which I just told you in the beginning was the concept of the changes that we have in the original geometry. So I'll go to here, and basically my curtain wall, as I told you in the beginning. Let me change here the horizontal section, which are 3. Let me make them as 6, right? And let's make the vertical sections as 3. So curtain wall is a bit heavy. So that's how, like, you can see the changes are happening. In case of my wall, which was from an extrusion, right? So the length you can see is 30 feet. If in case I want to make it 20 feet, so you'll see it will basically shrink. The size of this will reduce. The box has reduced now, right? So this is how you can create your parametric objects. Or let's just make it to 40 feet, right? So that's how basically you can just plug and play and easily control your floors using the concept of links. And this is extremely powerful, guys, as you have seen here, right? So I think this was it for today's tutorial, right? I hope you guys like it. Let me know with your comments in terms of any suggestions or anything you'd like to learn something more in the future, right? And meanwhile, subscribe the channel. That really motivates, and there is a coffee link as well for donation open, basically in the description. Share this with your friends so that they also find it useful and they can use it for their projects, right? So that's all. The files of this today's example I'll be sharing in the description, right? So you can just download that and practice on your own. Great. So I think we are good here to conclude. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you so much.